There's the 18 at 129. That might be the best price I've ever seen the 18 at. Once again, I stay away from anything shaped like a golf club, football, baseball. This is the new Bottled and Bond Bullet. I wasn't the biggest Bullet fan, but I keep hearing such good things about that bottle. Chestnut Farms, 90 proof. 90 proof Chestnut Farms. Let's see what it does.
How are you doing today?
Hello.
Where are you from?
What do you mean, like
Do you work for...
anybody?
Yeah?
No.
You're not supposed to touch that if you're not working here.
I apologize. I didn't know that.
No, you're not supposed to.
Okay, because I asked the lady, I said, where are the cups to try to Still Austin? And she showed me inside here, so.
Yeah, but
okay.
you need to wait for someone to...
Okay.
No, you're good.
They've got a great selection in here, man. Look at all the Oliva G's and Oliva V's. I got the back at the Total Wine. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been at Total Wine. Some things have changed since the last time. Let's get into this aisle, see what they got. Those old elk prices are just ridiculous. I'm sorry. You guys know I stay away from anything that looks like a golf club, football, or baseball. There's some of the old line stuff. You guys know how I feel about the old line. That is actually one of my favorite American single malts. What do we got? Malarkey Heritage. That is not something that's too intriguing at the moment. Got a lot of dust on them too. They don't look like they're moving. Here's some Westland stuff. I do enjoy these American single malts from the Virginia Distilling Company, especially this one. This port cast finish one, that is excellent. There's a Stranahan's. Got some of the Uncle Nearest stuff down here. That is the Chicken Cock Double Oak. I thought about picking that one up. I saw it the other day at the Virginia ABC. It was 99 bucks. Here you go with the Redwood Empires. Now that's the Foggy Barrel. That's the High Rye Bourbon, and then you've got the Devil's Tower. I think people were leaning more towards the Devil's Tower. You guys let me know. I might pick up one of those today. There's a Redneck Riviera. Some more great American single malts. I appreciate everyone that bought the picks. See, that's the thing about Westward, man. That price. I mean, it's great. It's great whiskey, but that price. There's a 10 Cup 14. I have this bottle right here, and I just did not like it, man. I wasn't a fan of it. Everybody says that the Yellowstone stuff is good, but that American single malt just didn't do it for me. Here's some of the mixer stuff, yellow corn. Yeah, a lot of bottom shelf stuff. All right, so the Whistle Pig, that Liquid Death one, I don't know, man. $83.99 for an 86 proof, just because it's cut with the Liquid Death Mountain water. Clyde Mays. There's the one I bought last time. The single malt, the Texas whiskey single malt of Balcones. I did not care for that thing. Bullet single malt. You got the Hooten Young 12. $68.99. That's not bad for what it is. High West. Daily Driver. Charred oak flavored whiskey. Yeah, I think we'll let that one be. Oregon Spirits Bottled and Bond Wheat Whiskey. $44.99. You've got the A225 Bernheim. There's another bottle by Few. I wasn't the biggest fan of Few, man. One of the best ryes in the game right there. That Sagamore Double Oak is just special. There's the rum cask. There's more Oregon Spirit stuff. All right, here's the Still Austin stuff, man. I am gonna pick up a Still Austin because you guys know I have one that's 2 years old, and I am not the biggest fan of the cask strength that I have at home. Oh, that's a single barrel. That might be worth picking up. So this is actually a Sazerac Rye Total Wine pick. I wonder how different that one is from what I have at home. So that Uncle Nearest Rye is actually not bad, man. I'm a fan of Uncle Nearest Rye and the Uncle Nearest Single Barrel. Everything else, they might need to go back to the drawing board on. Of course, you gotta have some Knob Creek on the bar. There's Knob Creek 12. A little higher than what I can normally find it for, $59.99, only about a couple bucks. There's the 18 at $129. That might be the best price I've ever seen the 18 at. That is a Kings County peated bourbon. I didn't know Kings County made a peated bourbon. The one that I got home is kind of crafty, not bad, but kind of crafty. Don't sleep on a Horse Soldier, especially this one right here. This Silver Label, that is one excellent bottle. I know the price can be a little steep. There's the Heaven Hill Rock. There's a Joseph Magnus. They've got the Mary Hill Club for 99 bucks, man. That's kind of cheap. I haven't seen it for cheaper than that around me. There's some of the Kings Creek stuff. Here's the Jimmy Red. That's the only thing that keeps me from getting that bottle. Dickel. Here's the, see, they had the 12 year down the other side. That's the 13 year. A bit pricey on this one too. Normally I see it for like in the 40s. These are really good, these Ezra Brooks cask strengths. I always try to look for a birthday bottle. There's the old Ezra 7. See, Frank August, I want to try it. I hear that it's great, but this is what turns me off. And if you saw the bottles that I'm not getting this year, it was the Calumets. And the reason being is because it's a 17 and an 18. They say the 18 is better, but you can get a 16 all day long and look at the price. There's Crow at 86. I still haven't had this Duke. You know, I see it, but I still haven't picked it up. There's the Ben Holiday, more chicken cock. So you've got Clyde Mays. Once again, I stay away from anything shaped like a golf club, football, baseball. Is it me or do these just sit on the shelves? I mean, that price, I just can't do it, man. I found them to be so-so. Most of the time they're 7 years old. You know, it's hit or miss, man. And like you see behind me, they've got it for 114 bucks. Normally it's 120 when I find it. And when it gets to that $100 price point, it really has to blow my mind. There's Blue Run, expensive as always. You see the price. And you know how I feel when it starts approaching that $100 mark. This looks like some more. That's actually a cool label, man, but you know, $39.99. If I lived closer to here, I'd probably give it a run one time just to check it out. Look, I was excited about the Dixon Deadman stuff, but I told you guys, look at the price, and I just find it to be okay for what it is. More of the Total Wine stuff, and then you've got Angel's Envy, so we'll get into the middle of their aisle in a second with their pick. Here's some of the barrel stuff. That is a great bottle. That is a great bottle. They sent me a bottle of that, and that is definitely worth picking up. And for that price, man, 45 bucks, that is a great price for that bottle. If that was a Bardstown Discovery number 11, I'd buy it right now. I'd buy it in a heartbeat. That thing is a beast. Not a big fan of this wheated one, though. There's your benchmark stuff, $17.92. I actually think this is a cool bottle, man. I like that bottle shape. That's for the 1 liter. There's your John J. Bowman, man. I used to be a huge fan of that and the port finish. There's some Chattanooga. There's Buzzard's Roost again. I'm not sure why it seems like this stuff is all over the place. This is the new Bottled and Bond Bullet. I wasn't the biggest Bullet fan, but I keep hearing such good things about that bottle. I have found the OBSO. I think that one is better than the other ones. Devil's River, Cedar Ridge. Shout out to Cedar Ridge, man. We got a pick coming with Cedar Ridge soon. There's the Chestnut Farm stuff. The Bourbon Junkies did a blind of the Chestnut Farms and all of Total Wine stuff, and it didn't turn out too well. I'll leave that one sitting right there. Here's the Blood Oath, $164.99. There's more of the Giant, Cream of Kentucky, Black Eagle. Now, if you can get a handle for $24.99, I don't think that's going to be great whiskey. One of the most slept on bottles out there. I do not hear a lot of people talk about that bottle, and that is a great bottle. The Four Roses Small Batch Select comes in at 104 proof. And look at the price, man, $49.99. Shout out to Bobby with his Garrison Brothers Live last night. Him and Dirty RC. One excellent bottle. And look at the price, 50 bucks, man. That is a great value when it comes to bourbon, great value. Jefferson's, I've been looking for that cask strength. There's the Tropics, Twin Oaks. Oh, found it, here it is right here. Yep, I'll be coming home with that one today. There's the Jefferson's Wheated Mash Bill. JB7 Black. That's actually not a bad bottle, man. And $20 for 750, I don't think it's bad at all. I still haven't had the Jim Beam Repeal batch because you've got the McFarland's Reserve all over the place. McFarland Reserve 16 is $119. It says a blend of 16-year-old bourbon whiskey and 14-year-old bourbon whiskey finished in Pedro Jimenez sherry cask for 2 years. They can keep that one. Do I need to even say anything? You already know. There's the Larceny C924. I'm still waiting on the A125. Some Maker's Picks down here. Do you know where the cups are for trying the Still Austin? Okay, perfect, thank you. I just didn't want to dig in there. Thank you. So this is the Still Austin pick right here. This is, you guys know I don't have a lot of good luck with Still Austin. See if it picks up in the camera. This is their cask strength pick. We'll try it real quick. That's actually not bad. That's way better than the bottle I have at home. Oh, that's got some nice red fruits in there, man. Nice little bit of spice on the back. I'm picking up a little bit of char, black pepper. Should we try the Chestnut Farms? Chestnut Farms, 90 proof Chestnut Farms. Let's see what it does.
How are you doing today?
Hello.
Where are you from?
What do you mean, like
Do you work for...
anybody?
Yeah?
No.
You're not supposed to touch that if you're not working here.
I apologize. I didn't know that.
No, you're not supposed to.
Okay, because I asked the lady, I said, where are the cups to try to Still Austin? And she showed me inside here, so.
Yeah, but
okay.
you need to wait for someone to...
Okay.
No, you're good. You're good.
That's the full proof Total Wine pick, limit 1. That's surprising. You've got the High West. There's your Larceny pick, 124.77 years old. So you got the Larceny coming in at $88.99, which I think that's a little high for Larceny in my opinion. Here's the Penelope Architect, $75.99. You got the Russell's pick coming in at $78.99. Here are all your Maker's Picks, $64.99. $85.99. That's a bit high for the Maker's Private Barrel, man. $85.99. So for those of you who care, Total Wine does actually have a pretty good cigar selection. Their humidor is normally packed with some good stuff. This is the 5-pack of Believers I'll be buying today. It's got the Series G, the Series O, the Maduro version of both, and it's got a Connecticut. I'm not a big Connecticut fan, but hey, it gets the job done. I think any of these would go well with that new Penelope Cigar Sessions. So I had someone reach out to me and ask what would be a good cigar to go with the Penelope Cigar Sessions. I just showed you a 5-pack, but you got these Ashton VSGs over here. I wouldn't go super strong. I would probably go with this Ashton Cabinet. Probably can get away with this Ashton Sovereign. I've never had it, but I haven't had anything bad from Ashton. They've got some Arturo Fuente, some of the Encore stuff, Camachos. There's your Brick House. There's the Macanudos. You probably can get away with this one right here, that La Gloria Cubana. La Aroma de Cuba Pasión. Probably can get away with that one right here. This one looks like it'll be a good candidate to go with the Penelope. I would even give this one a try. That's the La Aroma de Cuba Mi Amor Valentino. They really do have a great selection. I mean, this whole Oliva setup, I think I would probably stop at the Oliva G's and O's. Anything like an Oliva V or the Milanios, I definitely wouldn't put with the new Cigar Sessions. Some of the My Father stuff can be a little spicy. I did mention that some of the Perdomos would probably do well with the cigar sessions, whether it be the Connecticut or the Sun Grown. Maybe even the Habano Maduro, because that one doesn't hit as hard as normal Maduros. Oh, that's one of my favorites, rocking Patel Decades. They've got some 15th anniversaries. Some of my favorite sticks. These are the Padron, the 1964s. I've yet to have a 1926. Placencia can be quite spicy. I was in there for quite a while, man. That was a long filming session. I did learn one thing is that you are not allowed to pour your own samples of Total Wine. I should have known that. I asked a young lady where the cups are, and she just pointed to them. So I poured my own self something, and then I got my hand smacked. But anyway, I got a Still Austin cast strength because I did like the pick that they had in the store. I think it's far better than the one I have at home. It still says aged at least 2 years, so we'll see how this one turns out. I got the Old Emmer. This is the Old Emmer right here. I heard some really good things about this one. This is the cast strength. And then I got myself the Jefferson's Oceans cast strength. So this thing comes in at 130 proof. I can't wait to get this thing home. I haven't had anything from Jefferson's that I like, and I'm just hoping that this is an exception. Also, while I was in there, I picked up a 5-pack of Olivas because the Oliva G went so well with the Penelope cigar sessions that I just had to pick up a 5-pack. I was in there. And then they had this Sober Mesa, which was one of the first cigars that I really started to get notes out of and I really fell in love with. So I can't wait to try and pair this thing with the Penelope cigar sessions. I hope it's picking up. So thanks for coming on the journey with me. As always, let the whiskey flow. Never run out unless you head it to a drop. Till next time.